Hello, I'm Ankit Datta. I'm a fourth year law student of Shambazar Law College, Kolkata. Today I'm going to speak on women empowerment. But before that, I would like to thank Legal Orchid in association with Legal Intellect for giving me this opportunity to speak on this matter. In India, women empowerment is a little lagging behind when compared to the other Western countries. I believe that India needs to include more initiatives to promote gender equality, which is very much necessary for the empowerment of women. India is still a developing country and a growing nation. There is no doubt that our country is a male-dominated country. The citizens of our country needs to understand that men aren't the only ones having the power. They have half power and the other half belongs to women. It is due to the hard works of both men and women India is developing in every field. Women should be the leaders in deciding their own lives. If they can take the power of the whole family, why not take hold of the business or our India current affairs of the country? It is a responsibility of every citizen of the country to change their mind towards the empowerment of women and give them full freedom to choose their life for themselves. Women should be empowered socially, mentally and physically. When women in the country are empowered with education and career, they are improving the economic status of the family and help reduce poverty in the country. It is seen that when women are educated in the family, the future generation is getting a better chance. In India, there are so many social issues hindering women's empowerment. Example, gender-based violence, abuse, reproductive health inequalities, economic discrimination. Traditional practices are few forms of inequality targeted towards the woman. It is important for our country to fight all social issues against women and support women empowerment in a full-fledged way. So we, as citizens of India, have to change our mindset and support the women of our country to gain power in a household as well as in society. Let us make our country's women empowered in every aspect of life. Thank you very much.
When a woman stands for herself, she stands for all. Hello everyone. With all due respect to women, I, Adwaita, would like to convey my message on women empowerment. The term empowerment naturally presupposes a sense of powerlessness, doesn't it? Well, with women, it has been rightly so. But first of all, we need to understand what empowerment of women really means if we have to understand its impact. Empowerment is about being given authority and power to do something, about becoming strong and confident, being aware of one's rights and privileges, and having the ability to control one's life in a more meaningful way. But now, let me confront some bitter truths. Women empowerment is definitely a reality today, but the question is it enough? Without doubt, there are many places where the voice of women is still not heard. Discrimination exists, and even in the corporate world, we talk about glass ceiling. The media sensationalizes crime against women, which is growing alarmingly. Besides that, domestic violence, sexual harassment, female feticide, dowry, etc. continue to be the evils of our time, and the list goes on and on. Patriarchal societies in most countries are adept at exploitation as well as victimization of women. Each year, around 239,000 girls die because of gender-linked discrimination. Apart from that, crimes directed specifically against women are reported from all over the world. Even in Indian mythology, we believe that women are an incarnation of Shakti. We believe women empowerment is vital to our development, and despite all this, why women is in such a pathetic condition? Calling a nation independent doesn't make it independent where each and every individual of it isn't on the equal footing. There still remain questions about the acceptance of women empowerment. The most advanced of countries, while developing nations and nations under political duress, are far from achieving the desired status. Seeing all this, we are forced to think that has the empowerment of women really happened? We all need to think upon that. Thank you.
जब है नारी में शक्ति सारी तो फिर उसको क्यों समझे बेचारी. A very good morning, myself Ayushi Tyagi. I am pursuing BLLB from Mewad Law Institute, Ghaziabad. Indian culture gives an utmost respect to the woman. Many of our goddesses are females and they have been worshipped as deity of many faithful people. The goddess of wealth is Ma Lakshmi, the goddess of wisdom is Ma Saraswati, and the goddess of power and strength is Ma Durga. On the behalf of my above words, I would like to say some few lines. चाहे तुम कर लो कितनी भी पूजा माँ दुर्गा माँ लक्ष्मी माँ सरस्वती की. चाहे तुम कर लो कितनी भी पूजा माँ दुर्गा माँ लक्ष्मी माँ सरस्वती की, या कर लो 9 दिन के अखंड पाठ, लेकिन अगर नहीं जाना करना नारी का सम्मान तो ये सब है बेकार. As per the provisions of Indian Constitution, this is a legal point to grant equality among citizens. Indian constitutions provide an equal right to women like men. The most beautiful proverb said by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru is that you can tell the condition of a woman by looking at the status of a woman in a country. In a democratic country like India, it is necessary to empower women so that they can take an active part in a democracy like men. Many programs have been implemented, like International Women's Day, Mother's Day, in order to sensitize society and tell them the true rights and the value of women in the development of a nation. The true meaning of women empowerment in India is to educate women and make them free so that they can take any decisions in any field. At the last, I will conclude it by saying that, especially to the women, किसी को भी ये मत कहने दो कि तुम कमज़ोर हो, किसी को भी ये मत कहने दो कि तुम कमज़ोर हो क्योंकि तुम एक औरत हो. थैंक यू.
है देश की तरक्की का आधार, उनके प्रति बदलो अपने विचार. नमस्कार, मैं हूं सना अहमद, छात्रा BLLB अंतिम वर्ष. महिला सशक्तिकरण के अवसर पर सलाम करती हूं महिला सशक्तिकरण का प्रतिनिधित्व करने वाली बहादुर महिलाओं में कल्पना चावला ने अंतरिक्ष यात्री, इंदिरा नूही, चंदा कोचर ने कारपोरेट जगत, बबीता फगोट, PT उषा ने खेल जगत, राजनीति में इंदिरा गांधी, सुषमा स्वराज न्यायपालिका में और M फातिमा बीवी ने हमारा प्रतिनिधित्व किया है. महिला सशक्तिकरण को बेहद आसान शब्दों में परिभाषित किया जा सकता है कि इससे महिलाएं शक्तिशाली बनती हैं, जिससे वो अपने जीवन से जुड़े हर फैसले स्वयं ले सकती हैं और परिवार और समाज में अच्छे से तालमेल रख सकती हैं. समाज में उनके वास्तविक अधिकार को प्राप्त करने के लिए उन्हें सक्षम बनाना ही महिला सशक्तिकरण है. कानून में महिलाओं को सशक्तिकरण हेतु अधिकार दिए गए हैं, जिससे कुछ प्रमुख समान वेतन का अधिकार, समान पारिश्रमिक अधिकार के अनुसार अगर बात वेतन या मजदूरी की हो तो लिंग के आधार पर किसी के साथ भी भेदभाव नहीं किया जा सकता. गरिमा और शालीनता के लिए अधिकार, किसी मामले में अगर आरोपी एक महिला है तो उस पर की जाने वाली चिकित्सक जांच प्रक्रिया किसी महिला द्वारा ही की जा सकती है. कन्या भ्रूण हत्या के खिलाफ अधिकार, भारत के हर नागरिक का यह कर्तव्य है कि एक महिला को उसके अधिकार, जीने के अधिकार का अनुभव करने दे. गर्भधान और प्रसव के पूर्व पहचान करने की तकनीकी लिंग चयन पर रोक अधिनियम PCPNDT कन्या भ्रूण हत्या के खिलाफ अधिकार देता है. हिंदू उत्तराधिकारी अधिनियम के तहत नए कानूनों के अनुसार पुश्तैनिक संपत्ति पर महिला और पुरुष दोनों का बराबर हक है. और अंत में कहना चाहूंगी कि आज समाज की सोच में परिवर्तन आया है. महिला घर की रसोई से निकलकर देश विकास में अपना परचम लहरा रही.
Hello everyone, my name is Manaswita Nakwal and I am a third year law learner affiliated with Symbiosis Law School, Noida. I would like to express my thoughts on the topic women empowerment. As rightly said by Malala Yousafzai, that I raise up my voice not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. It is pertinent to note that women's need for equality emerged from ancient times due to gender inequality and male domination in Indian society. For many reasons, women are being oppressed by members of their families and society. They were also abused by the male members in the family and society in India and other countries for many types of violence and discriminatory practices. Wrong and outdated habits have been the form of well-developed custom and traditions for women in society from ancient times. In India, there is a tradition of worshipping many female goddesses, including honoring women roles in society such as mother, aunt, son, wife, and other females, relatives, or friends. But it does not mean that the country's need for growth can only be fulfilled by respecting and honoring the women. The need of the hour is to bring women at par with men and not to bring them on an edge from men. The concluding note of my viewpoint is that in order to really give women empowerment to Indian society, the main cause of evil practices should be eradicated. The hierarchy should be eradicated. A sense of equality and freedom, liberty to women should be established. Thank you so much.
A very good morning to the respected teachers and my dear friends. My name is Anjal Prajapati. Today I would like to share my thoughts with you on an important topic of women empowerment. Women empowerment plays an important role in the development of the country. Empowerment of women, particularly in rural areas, in the necessity today. Basic rights like education, nutrition, health are like luxury from the million of girls across the global even today. There are a lot of girls in the rural areas who's dropped out from the school and in the employment or doing household crash. Female foticides, domestic violence, earlier marriages, gender-based discrimination, discrimination at workplace are some of the challenging women are facing even today. We must ensure that each and every girl get her right of education, proper nutrition and good health facilities. There should be a proper law and enforcement for the safety of women. Women should get the freedom to take their own decisions. When girls are educated and empowerment, families become happier. When women are educated, they helps the families financially. This helps to break the cycle of poverty for families around the world. Empowering the world woman is one of the smartest things we can do to promote a healthier and a more prosperous world. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dipali Kalia and I'm going to be talking about women empowerment. Now, women empowerment is a term that we see very frequently used almost everywhere. We see hashtag women empowerment, which has millions of posts from all around the world. We see so many discussions on this topic. We see huge human rights agencies on international level, national level using this very phrase. We see governmental agencies using this very phrase. So what does it mean? Basically, women empowerment is a very broad term and it is also a very subjective term. Subjective in a sense that what it feels to be empowered differs from women to women. Some women believe having more liberty, having more choices is what means to, and being able to live their life how they want to live is women empowerment. Some women believe having higher posts and positions of power in various governmental agencies and private offices is women empowerment. Some believe women becoming more educated, women being offered essential services of that of education and healthcare is empowerment. Some believe helping women from marginalized communities, giving them voices such as victims of abuse and victims of domestic violence, abuse and rape, giving them voices and helping them is women empowerment. So women empowerment is a very broad term and it includes a lot of things. And for me specifically, it is this: giving platform to women from all walks of life to be able to address their concerns, issues, to be able to have opinion, voice their concerns about what is happening around them. That is what women empowerment means. Listening to women, essentially, is what women empowerment means. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Marman Shaintakhar and I am currently pursuing the 7th semester of the BA LLB course from Northeastern Hill University, Shillong. We live in a globalized world, a world which has reached progress and advancement in various aspects. And our world has witnessed great female leaders, presidents and prime ministers leading the nations of the world. However, despite this, the bitter truth is that societies hasn't yet all reformed or hasn't changed its ways of thinking and ways of view against our females. Throughout the years, we've witnessed dynamic leaders such as Indira Gandhi, Margaret Thatcher leading the nations, which has changed the course of the nation and which has contributed so much to the world. However, patriarchal system has always found its claws to suppress our women. Therefore, let us all unite together and uplift our women, remove and eradicate all negativity and evil thought against our women. Then our world shall become a better place, a place of peace, prosperity, equality, and justice for all. Here I am, I stand for the women of our world. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nidhi Dubey and I am a law student from Mewar Law Institute. And today I am going to share my views on the topic women empowerment. Feminism isn't about making women stronger. They are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength, said by a renowned Australian feminist, G.D. Anderson. In very simple words, empowerment for women can be described as making women empowered so that they can take their own decisions about their lives and well-being of family and society. We all know, India is a male-dominating nation, where males are dominated in all areas, and females are solely responsible for family care and household chores. And in this situation, we cannot assume that our country would be established without empowering the half of the population, that is women. For many reasons, women are oppressed by the members of their own family and society. Earlier, women were usually abused by the male members of the family in India and even in the other countries for many violence and discriminatory practices. In India, there is a tradition of worshipping goddesses and honoring and respecting the women roles in society. But that doesn't mean that the establishment and need for growth of our country can be fulfilled only by respecting and honoring women. Practices such as sati, dowry system, child marriage, sexual and domestic violence, etc., all these kind of evils are attributable to society's dynamic male superiority and patriarchal structure. As we can take the recent example of Samyukta Hegde, who was sexually assaulted and abused by Kavita Reddy on wearing a sports bra in Bangalore Park while exercising. In order to really give women empowerment to Indian society, the main cause of evil practices against women that are hierarchical and male-dominating societal structure should be understood and abolished. It must be open-minded to reform the old mind of women along with democratic and legal provisions. Thank you.
Being a nation independent doesn't make you independent. When people of your own country is not independent, then how you consider your country is independent? Good morning to the excellencies and all the ladies and gentlemen. I, Nisha, consider myself privileged to speak on the topic women empowerment. It's really hard and deeply saddened that even in 21st century we're still discussing the topic women empowerment, and I think women empowerment have a long way to go. In a very simple word, I want to describe the topic women empowerment. Empower the women so that they can take their life decision about their well-being, family and society. They can also obtain the true rights in the society. Unfortunately, I have to agree that each and every year 2,03,900 girls die to the gender gap linkage. According to the International Commission on Financing Education, nearly 48% of girls who have completed the first primary education, which is of course very less. And I want to ask everybody that has women empowerment actually happened in India? I don't want to go for the report because I think everybody is well acquainted with the report. I want to put up current scenario. As lockdown forced everybody to stay at home, but this lockdown also affected the worldwide support service. In the very first phase of lockdown, India saw a huge number of domestic violence, and additionally the report says that nearly 31 million girls who have not used their modern contraceptive measures. The accounts are painful to read because women are continuously backfired by the frustrated partners. The question is not that whether lockdown should be or not. The question is that why people are still struggling to give the same love and support what they're giving their family members. This lockdown might be saving the people from the COVID, but this lockdown is making the women's life hell. My message is simple. We need a 21st century for the mentality of women empowerment, because we are not going to address the women differences, then we are going to lose our generation. With this, we are also going to lose our system of development, hope, peace and security. We need to flush away all the stereotype thinking which is prevailing in the Indian social culture. Last but not the least, I want to say that roses are red, violets are blue. Let's smash the patriarchy, you and me. Thank you.
Priya K. Vinayak, Assistant Professor. My topic is women's empowerment. Half of the world population consists of women. No nation can progress without the women contribution. Indian culture gives women the utmost respect. Women are the epitome of wealth and power. Women play an vital role in society and family as mother, wife, cook, teacher, friend, nurse, at the same time catering to everybody's needs. Empowerment is the process that creates a power to an individual over their own lifestyle. Women are empowered when they are able to assess the opportunity available to them, without limitation and restriction in education, profession, and lifestyle. Women empowerment is all about equipping and allowing to make life-determining decisions. Women empowerment and gender equality is essential for our sustainable development of country from cradle to grave. Women cross many barricades and the transformation of women pass through many barriers. The voice of the women will still be heard loud and clear in spite of attempts to silence them. There are many examples for the women empowerment. The first one is Savitri Phule, who is the great women teacher who started the first school for a women. The Ida Scudder, a witnessing of 3 tragic deaths of women in childbirth in Dindivanam in single night, who established the Christian Medical College for Women. The next is Malala, who is the Pakistani one young voice listened by many for emphasize the importance of education of women. Overall, women empowerment and gender equality is very important for the development of country. Namaskar. Thank you.